everybody, it's Janice Allen in the greater Kalamazoo area of Southwest Michigan, and I'm here to give you an update as to what's going on with house values, inventory, and interest rates for May 2022 in Van Buren, Kalamazoo, and St. Joseph counties. In Kalamazoo County, there were 302 homes on the market in March, and in April, 335 homes entered the market, which is a 9.9% increase. In Van Buren County, there were 109 homes on the market in March, and in April, there were 111 homeowners who listed their properties, which is up 1.8% over last month. In St. Joseph County, the number of homes listed in March was 69, and in April, 72 homes entered the market for a 4.2% increase. So across the board in all three counties in April 2022, more properties came on the market in comparison to the previous month. In Kalamazoo County, there were 286 pending sales in March and 287 homes that went under contract in April, which is up by 0.3%. In Van Buren County, there were 68 homes that went under contract in March, where there were 85 homes pending in April, which is up by 20%. In St. Joseph County, 62 listings went under contract in March, and in April, 66 homes went under contract for a 6% increase. So as you can see on this chart, the number of pending sales is up across the entire board. Even with rising interest rates, we have a slight increase in the number of homes going under contract across the board. Let's talk about days on market and how long it took to get those pending sales into contract. In March, it took 15 days to get a property under contract, and in April, that time was reduced to 12 days to get those 287 properties under contract, which is 3 fewer days overall. In Van Buren County, it took 36 days in March for a property to get under contract, and in April, it took 26 days to get those 85 pending sales into contract. In St. Joseph County, it took 29 days to get a property under contract in March, whereas April, it took 49 days to get those 66 homes under contract. And that's an increase by 10 days. So in Kalamazoo County and Van Buren County, in Kalamazoo County, there were 224 homes that closed in March. In April, there were 242 sales in the past 30 days, which is up 7.4%. In Van Buren County, 66 homes closed in March, and in April, 76 homes sold, which is up 13.2% from this time last month. In St. Joe County, 53 homes sold in March, and in April, 56 homes sold in the past 30 days, which is up 5.4%. So in closed sales in all three counties, you can see that sales are up. Let's move on to our average sales price. In Kalamazoo County, the average sales price in our MLS for those 242 homes that sold in April sold for a little over $291,000, and those homes sold at an average of 102.3% of list price. So on average, homes are going 2.3% above the list price that sellers are selling at, with an average sales price of a little over $291,000. In Van Buren County, the average sales price for those 76 homes averaged a little over $327,000 in April. Those homes sold at an average of 100.3% of list price. So those 76 homes that sold over list price were by 0.3%, with an average sales price of $327,000. In St. Joe County, the average sales price for the 56 homes that sold in April was over $254,000, and those homes sold 97.8% of the list price. In St. Joe County, homes sold below the list price that sellers were selling at, with an average sales price of $254,000. In Kalamazoo County in March, the month supply of inventory was 0.4 months, meaning if no other homes came on the market, it would take about 13 days for everything that's currently available to sell. In April, inventory went up 0.5 months, which is the first time we've seen an uptick this year. In Van Buren County, in March, there was 1.4 months supply, and in April, to 1.4 months. So inventory remained unchanged. And in St. Joe County in March, the month supply of inventory was 1 month, and in April, that went up to 1.1 months supply. So supply from March to April in Kalamazoo County went up. In Van Buren County, it remained unchanged, and in St. Joseph County, supply went slightly up. In order to reach a balanced market where home values would be stable, we typically would expect to see around 6 months of inventory And as you can see, we have a long way to go to reach a balanced market. As you probably know, the average interest rate for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage was in the low threes around the beginning of the year. And according to Freddie Mac's website, as of May 19th, they're now at 5.25%. So rates are rising pretty rapidly, but it's still a supply and demand issue. Average prices have still increased in all 3 counties. If you found this information helpful, please share it if you would like to know more about what the market is doing in your neighborhood, or if you would like for me to do a free market evaluation for you on your home to give you an update on what a qualified buyer would pay for your property in this crazy market. Even if you're not thinking of selling, I would be more than happy to run those numbers for you and at least give you an idea of what you are currently looking at in terms of equity. If you're a buyer that needs a good negotiator in this market, please reach out to me. I'm getting my buyers accepted offers. Thanks for watching.